showing you guys my other account. By the way, this is not my real name. This is me.
Do you want to play another game? No. Okay. Do you want to go home? No. Do you have any ideas? No. Morphle, get those ice creams.
Just ignore that video. None of you guys saw me saying that.
You're acting very strange, Morphle. You don't even want to learn. No.
If you can compare voices, then you know that that's me.
Daddy, Morphle's being
I'm not gonna show all over. This is fake Among Us because I'm not on mobile with this. Yeah. Who's the best hedgehog? I think we all know. Who the heck is right? Who the heck is voting, bro? Who the heck is voting? What do you mean, Sonic?
Morphle.
Yeah, I'm not watching any of these videos. What the heck, Sonic? Why are you eating people? Yes, that was completely random. So we watched this AI. Actually, yes, let's just watch an AI video. I just wanted to show you my other account.
This is the original storyboard for Sam Raimi's Spider-Man 4. And today, I'll be turning it into a real movie.
Damn Spider-Man!
I'll be using the latest AI tools to take the storyboard Sam Raimi left behind and bring it to life. I won't just be generating a few clips, I'll be turning this into a full trailer that we're going to watch at the end of this video. But before we can get to Spider-Man 4, we're going to have to go back to Spider-Man 3.
I'm here on the red, or rather the black carpet, for the much-anticipated Spider-Man 3 premiere.
After the huge success of Spider-Man 1 and 2, Spider-Man 3 came out with mixed reactions.
I'm gonna put some dirt in your eye.
Honestly, upon watching this one again recently, it might actually be my favorite one. I just think it's hilarious. It's just a fun watch. But for the time, reviews were mixed.
See you, chump.
A lot of it stemmed from the higher-ups at the studio pushing for Venom to be added to this movie. At the time, he's one of the most popular Marvel characters, so they knew they could make a ton of cash if they included him. So the result became a crowded movie with not a lot of time to develop all the storylines.
What does it matter to you anyway? Everything!
So when it came time to do Spider-Man 4, Raimi was looking to redeem himself and finish on a high note. Unfortunately, similar things started happening at the studio, and they could never agree upon a script. So, in 2010, the movie got canceled and rebooted into The Amazing Spider-Man with Andrew Garfield.
If somebody told you I was just your average, ordinary guy, somebody lied.
Hey!
This is too many videos. I'm trying to be kind of kid friendly.
The Goblin. Everything happens right after the intense showdown between Spider-Man and the Goblin, when Peter ends up injuring his arm during the fight. Later, he tries to sneak back home, still wearing the suit. Aunt May, Norman, and Harry Osborn walk into his room, and Peter quickly tries to hide, but Norman notices something's off. A bit later, during Thanksgiving dinner, Peter tries to hide the wound he got, but Norman, always observant, realizes the injury matches the one he gave Spider-Man during their fight.
Oh my goodness. Oh, that looks awful.
How did you say that happened?
Bike messenger.
That coincidence sets off alarm bells in Norman's head. He starts putting the pieces together and figures out Peter is hiding something big. He's Spider-Man. The tension rises as Norman starts subtly questioning Peter, and, well, he ends up confirming his suspicions, discovering Spider-Man's true identity. It's worth noting that Peter only finds out who's behind the Green Goblin at the end of the movie, when Norman tries to trick him, but it backfires.
Godspeed, Spider-Man. Oh.
The train. The train sequence in Spider-Man 2 is just unforgettable. It's my favorite superhero scene ever. It all starts with Spider-Man fighting Dr. Octopus on top of a moving train.
I've got so much to say. What is this AI video?
Before the multiverse, before Spider-Verse, before Anti-Venom, there was one moment every Spider-Man fan remembers. Peter Parker waking up, staring into the mirror, and realizing everything had changed. The glasses were gone, the skinny body was gone, and somehow, overnight, he had become something impossible. But that was only the beginning.
I've watched this guy's video before, so...
I wanted to make this city something better, something beautiful. You took that away from me!
Everyone knows Kingpin as this massive crime boss who can shut down a room just by standing in it. But that version didn't appear right away. He was initially a basic mobster in the 60s, but by the 2010s, his character had evolved significantly. Well, we're exploring his development from those early versions to the 90s, and his return in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. To find out about his different on-screen storylines, I'll be your guide as we delve into the evolution of Kingpin through the decades. Number 1. Spider-Man. Right away, this first version of Kingpin resembles a crooked boss from an old crime show. He starts by pushing fake medicine through New York, forcing drugstores to stock it. The scam quickly turns ugly because sick people take the medicine and only get worse.
The police can't do anything. The victims are too frightened to sign a complaint. And we haven't been able to locate their labs.
Aunt May is a prime example, giving Peter a reason to investigate. Rather than stealing jewels or cash, he's poisoning regular people for profit. When Jameson plans to print the story in the Daily Bugle,
Jameson! Where is it? It's speaking! Sweetheart! He dared to defy the Kingpin!
Kingpin responds by threatening and kidnapping him. Spider-Man tracks Kingpin down, and they engage in a fight. However, Fisk doesn't rely solely on strength to win. He uses gas to knock out Spider-Man and then escapes. He then pulls off the classic villain move, forcing Spider-Man to choose between catching him or saving the Bugle from a bomb. Even in this early version, Kingpin seeks to control the stakes rather than have a fair fight. Spider-Man ultimately saves the paper, but the Kingpin escapes to continue his schemes. Number 2. Spider-Man and his amazing friends. By the early 80s, Kingpin begins to think bigger. One of his plans centers on the Omni Blaster, a military weapon so dangerous that he enlists Dr. Faustus to use psycho discs. These discs attach to the neck and hijack someone's mind for 12 hours. The disc takes control.
You made a mistake.
Incredible, operating deep within the city, cartoonish comedy to a much colder portrayal of Fisk. Although no one refers to him as Kingpin, he essentially fulfills that role, operating deep within the city as the businessman who protects criminals connected to him.
40 seconds to go. Start diversion. Exit and scatter.
When a subway attack on a woman draws David Banner into his world, he attempts to stay uninvolved, but ultimately transforms into the Hulk and finds himself in jail. Since the thugs work for him, Fisk has no choice but to protect them to avoid drawing any unnecessary attention. Matthew Murdock steps in as Banner's lawyer and senses that he's hiding something. Once the Hulk appears, Daredevil reveals his identity so they can join forces to take Fisk down. Meanwhile, Fisk sends someone to kill the victim and witness in the hospital. However, his right-hand man, Edgar, unintentionally ruins the murder. Surprisingly, Fisk doesn't get furious. Instead, he sends his men to kidnap her to use her as bait.
I want the Mendez woman taken alive. Daredevil will come after her. And then we will have him.
Later, he gathers all, making Edgar joke that despite the circumstance that only Joe dives into his backstory, revealing that he was born Wilson Moriarty. As a child, he grew up feeling lonely and overweight, always striving for his father's approval, a man who respected only power. Wilson's life takes a dark turn when his father abandons him after a robbery gone wrong, and Wilson is unable to escape. Despite the circumstances, he refuses to betray his father in court, which results in him ending up in prison. However, rather than breaking him, Prison becomes a transformative experience. He plans and emerges as Wilson Fisk, a new man who sheds his old identity, clears his record, and dons his iconic suit. This facade, combined with his philanthropic efforts, allows him to deceive New York's public.
It's important that I convince the press that I'm public-spirited. They must never suspect my real occupation.
His business image becomes a mask, effectively concealing his true nature. The show also ties Fisk's past decisions to the suffering of others. His scheme of transporting dangerous chemicals inadvertently blinds a young Matt Murdock.
Morning, little brother. You're up late today. What kind of
Biggest,
No! What are you doing, Mother? That thing's a beauty!
What do you mean, what am I doing? What are you doing? I clean up the house all day and you're bringing bugs inside? Are you stupid? Keep the bugs outside. Mother, this thing keeps the spores of Satan.
We're poison to Peter Parker and Spider-Man. We're Venom!
11 entries, 3 decades of storytelling, and 1 relentless symbiote. Venom isn't just teeth, tendrils, and chaos. He's a bond that changed everyone who wore him. From the first symbiotic connection in the animated series to the partnership in his solo films, this saga redefined the symbiote. This isn't just an appearance timeline, it's the evolution of how the alien costume shaped the Venom legacy. So let's unravel the story, series by series, film by film. Let's jump to the series that put the black suit on Saturday mornings, Spider-Man the Animated Series. The show builds Venom as a fallout of bad choices. A space mission carrying Prometheum X crash lands on the George Washington Bridge. Eddie Brock, stuck in traffic, thinks...
If you didn't hear me, I said bye, guys.